I've been to Greece before, Santorini, Mykonos, Athens, and I think Hania too. And let me tell you, I love Greece. This was my first time here, and we had only 6 hours to enjoy beauty of the Corfu. From the pier, we took a shuttle bus, which was a very quick 3 to 5 minutes ride to the bus station. There, the hop-on hop-off buses were waiting for us. The ticket cost around 20 euros per person, and honestly, for a short visit, this was a perfect way to explore the island. And look at the views. Everywhere you turn, it's absolutely beautiful. Corfu is a beautiful Greek island in the Ionian Sea. It's known for its green landscape, Venetian-style building, and stunning beaches. Corfu is the northwest of Greece, close to Albania, and it's actually one of the smallest islands. We hopped off at one of the stops, and surprise, it was near the airport. And we get to watch the planes take off and land on one of the smallest runways I've ever seen. It looked so tricky to land here, but those pilots absolutely pros. It was fascinating to see how precisely they navigate such a tight space. Oh my goodness. I could have just stand here all day watching the planes, but I had some more exploring to do. Next, we headed to one of the most touristy spots in Corfu to snap some pictures. If you Google Corfu must visit places, I swear to God, everyone who visits comes here for selfies, and we were no exception, of course. From there, we saw a small white building on the water. At first, I thought it was a cute little house, but it turned out to be a monastery, the Holy Monastery of Panigia Lacerna. It's a beautiful 17th century monastery dedicated to Virgin Mary, with whitewashed walls, a red tiled roof, and tiny bell tower. So picturesque. And I imagine what it would be like to live in such a beautiful place, surrounded by sea and history.
Oh, yes.
Open air, side by side, we sway there in all the colors. Summer love, lonesome love, folded on a lawn chair in all the colors. Summer stop giving back.
Then we visited the old fortress. This place was built in the 15th century by the Venetians on the top of older Byzantine structure to protect Corfu from Ottoman invasions. The entrance fee was about 8 euros. Now, getting on the top, that was the crazy, right over there. It was super hot and the path was a bit slippery, but once we made it, Wow. The view was absolutely gorgeous. You could see the whole town, the sea stretching endlessly, and even some nearby islands. Standing there, I was wondering about having a little yard, escaping from the heat and just chilling by the sea while watching all the action on land. What a life that would be. After all that exploring, we got hungry and we headed to Old Town. Greek food is so delicious. If you ever visit Greece, you have to try the local dishes. What did we eat? Honestly, I don't have no idea. But Dominic is the best at ordering food, so I just trust his choice. But one thing I do remember, I love having olives on my plate. Since our time was so short, we just tried a little bit of everything. There were fresh salad, grilled meat, and pasta with beef and everything. Every bite was a burst of flavor, and I wish we had more time to just sit and enjoy the meal slowly.
Do they have wind? Oui.
Comme des bijoux.
Here's some hats. There's more.
We also wandered around the streets, hoping to find a nice hat for me, but unfortunately, no luck. And I'm terrible at shopping, by the way. I can never decide or I cannot find what I want. We went from shop to shop looking at different styles, but nothing seems right. Maybe I'm so picky, I don't know. So maybe next time. Before heading back to the ship, we took one last stroll through the charming streets of Corfu. The old town has this magical vibe with narrow alleys, colorful buildings, and small cafes on every corner. Musicians were playing in the streets, and the scent of fresh pastries filled in the air. and I felt like I was in a movie. And it was so hard to leave. But I know for sure this won't be my last time in Corfu. Next time I want to stay longer, explore more hidden gems, and maybe even rent that yard I was dreaming about. And just like that, our short but sweet adventure in Corfu comes to an end. Back to the ship and into our next destination, but please, you will always have my heart.
This is the view from the port. Right there we went. This is the old city. Here you go. Time to go back to reality.
No, just to work. It was still in